3,
seed at the
4.
sun. It is refreshing and grounding for my soul to be reminded of how great the love of God is, especially in a week, and really several weeks, where we have seen and have just been reminded of how broken our world truly is. To see lives lost, families broken, communities just shaken by violence, by what can only be described as true evil. In these moments, I've had so many conversations this week with people where the question is just, why, God? Why? And when we look to Scripture, we see that we're not the first to ask that question. We read through the Bible, especially in the Old Testament, there are many passages where we see people accusing God of ignoring the world's brokenness. But God, through his messengers, through prophets like Isaiah and Jeremiah and Micah, God always reminds his people of his heart for justice, for righteousness, for mercy, and ultimately God always reminds us of his faithfulness to us. As the story of Scripture unfolds, as we look to the New Testament, we see God's faithfulness demonstrated through the cross, where in that moment we see justice and mercy come together once and for all. I was reminded this week by a friend that evil is loud, but it is not final. Evil, it can wound us, it can shake us, can leave us reeling with all sorts of different emotions, but it cannot overcome the one who has already overcome the world. Because of what Jesus did on the cross. Even in the midst of chaos, even in the midst of uncertainty, we can hold on to the hope that God is our refuge, God is our strength, and ultimately God is making all things new. And that's what I want us to remember today as we participate in this moment of communion together as a church family. So I want to invite you to go ahead and get the elements that you picked up on the way in today. And for those of you joining us online, I hope that you'll participate wherever you're at with whatever you have. And maybe you're here today and you're not quite ready to participate in this moment. I just want you to know that's okay. There's going to be some passages of Scripture that are on the screen that you can reflect on in this time. But for those of us who have put our faith and our trust in Jesus, we take that piece of bread that reminds us of Christ's body that was given for us. And we drink from the cup as a reminder of his blood that was shed for the forgiveness of our sin. And we remember Christ's ultimate victory over death and evil. Go ahead and take a moment to reflect in this time, and then you can partake of the elements whenever you're ready.
Five seconds. 30 seconds. 20. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, roll tracks.
1, 2, 3.